Speaking of which, those guys behind the scenes that you have, like DT and like Brian Furlong and Dan Darcy, who we talked about. I mean, those guys are really – you got a great team around you.
We're so blessed with outstanding baseball guys who have tremendous knowledge, tremendous contacts, really, really good experience. And they all provide me and all of our coaches. We just all synergize together, and I think we're way better for it.
Yeah. Tell everybody what Brian does, what his contributions
Brian
are.
Furlong is our director of pitching development, director of player development, and so he's in charge of all the analytics, all of the video. He's in charge basically of our manager pool of managers, and we've got graduate assistants or graduate students now that are helping us with our data and our analytics and crunching the numbers and getting the numbers out and putting them in reports for us to be able to use and make simple for the players. Off the chart good, really smart, incredible baseball guy, really good family man, great fit here at Baylor. And so, yeah, Brian does a great job in providing us with the video that our players can watch and learn, and video of themselves, video of their opponent, the whole shoot match. Wow. So then all the data and all the analytics, and there's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot of data and a lot of analytics, but those guys have been phenomenal, and he does a great job managing those graduate students that are really helping us too. And we've got a bunch of those guys that really put in some time.
Wow, that's cool. One of your, I think, a grad student or maybe manager is leaving for majors.
Yeah, Brady Cass is got a job with the Colorado Rockies.
Nice.
He's going to go work in minor league baseball, get his first job. Sohe's going to start here in about a week.
Wow.
So we hate to lose him, but good for him, right?
Yeah.
And, maybe we'll see him on down the road someday.
Send him out in the world.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, we're off and running on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. Mitch Thompson, our guest, talking Baylor baseball here the first half hour. We are live at Rudy's, thanks to our hosts at Rudy's, and we are presented by Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. We'll be back live from Rudy's right after this.
Tundra and Tacoma are built for all the fun.
So, what'd you do this weekend?
I just took the Tacoma off-road and deep into the woods. I got to this hidden campsite only it could reach, Hey, what about you?
Nice. I hooked up the boat to the Tundra and hit up the lake. Towed it like a pro. Had the whole lake to ourselves.
Oh, sweet. Wait, hey, did I mention I went rock climbing too? Thanks to the Tacoma's crawl control. I didn't even break a sweat getting up to the spot.
Oh, well, I hit some pretty rough terrain myself. The Tundra handled it no problem with all that torque. The best part was pulling my buddy's camper through the mud like it was nothing.
Well, speaking of mud, I was kicking it up all weekend. And my Tacoma didn't even flinch.
Well, sounds like we both had fun weekends.
Mine was better.
Whatever fun looks like to you, the Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are ready for it. Test drive at your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. And a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long distance meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call an order at Rudy's Group Meal.
Next in line.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
who's a better matchup, and kind of give me some flexibility to kind of move some pieces like that. Maybe if a guy's struggling a little bit, I can get him out for a day, get another guy in there. We got no problems with that. So we've got some guys that have played quite a bit and moved around a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll keep moving them until we can get it all set.
Isn't it nice to have options, though?
It is beautiful to have options. I'm really happy to have a few options.
I'm happy for you to have options. Jack Little was playing second base. Most recently, you moved him over to first.
Yeah.
Put Pearson Reebok in there at second base. Do you like the way that's worked so far?
So far, it's worked really good. I thought that they've played really good defense doing that. We've played Jack, like you say, at second base and first base. He played third base at Wichita State before he came here. I think I could play him in center field if we needed to.
Right.
So Pearson Reebok, same way. He's played second and third. I know I could move him to the outfield as well if we ever needed it. So it's just it's nice to have baseball players who are athletic enough that you can move them around and get them some experience at different spots, and it gives you a little bit of options as a coach.
Ooh, that's really nice. Looks like you got, I think we talked about this last time you were here, but looks like you've got a couple of good catchers, maybe three.
Yeah, I really think we do. I think we've got three. I don't think I can play three on a consistent basis, so we've really played two right now. And Braden Buchanan has not played yet this spring, and he played quite a bit last year. And it's okay. Braden's days are coming. He's going to be a good one for us as well. But J.J. Kinnett and Court Castle, Court's a returning two-year starter. He's splitting time right now with J.J. Both are doing a phenomenal job back there behind the plate, blocking balls, receiving balls, throwing. Haven't had many chances to throw. We've only had 3 stolen base attempts against us in 12 games, which is a really neat stat. So hopefully our pitchers keeping people off base and then keep them close when they are on, and those guys don't get many throwing opportunities, but they've been doing a really nice job behind the plate. That's
sort of a sign of several things, isn't it? 3 stolen base attempts against you in 12 games, 1 successful steal. Is that the pitchers doing their job better? It's the catchers?
I think it's less guys on base.
Yeah.
The situations of the games are different. Maybe we've got a lead and they don't want us to try and run. But we've got catchers who can throw, who show the opponent that they can throw. Our pitchers have been really good to the plate, can control the running game, have good moves, and have been able to show that. And the numbers just don't add up. You start doing the math, and the number from the time the pitcher releases the ball to the time the catcher catches it to the time the middle infielder catches it, and you go, well, that's not going to give me enough time to get there.
Yeah.
So the numbers don't add up, and that's kept them from running.
Wow. Does that work in your favor, like when other teams are scouting you and they see things like that and they come into a series thinking, we're not even going to try to run?
Well, I remember back in the day, we talk nostalgia a little bit, but I remember back in the day, Texas Tech was the team that had stolen like 120 bases, and they came into play us the last series of the year, and Kelly Shopik was our catcher. And they were like leading the country in stolen bases.
Right.
Did not attempt to steal.
Wow.
Well, because Kelly was throwing everybody out.
Wow.
And so, if your catchers can throw and your pitchers control that running game, it's a big deal. And what it all adds up to is it adds up to free bases. And if you limit the opponent's free bases, you've got a heck of a chance of winning, and that's been a big focus of ours all year long, both on the mound and as a team.
You talked about that at the Heart of the Order luncheon yesterday. Free bases meaning walks, anybody that you give a free pass
walk, hit by pitch, an error, a wild pitch, a pass ball, a balk, a stolen base. There's really about 7 opportunities for it, and Coach Sned's made a huge impact with our players about that. It's something that we've followed for years and years and years and talked about, maximizing our free bases and limiting the opponent's free bases because it's just free opportunities. And, you steal second base, it's a big deal. Now you're in scoring position.
Yeah.
Base hit single, you score. That's a big difference in being at first. So. We like that nobody's trying to run on us, and we want to keep it that way.
Yeah. Conversely, where do you feel about your running game?
I think we're doing a nice job. We've increased our stolen base numbers. We're running and being more successful. I think we're more athletic. I think our walk total and our hit by pitch total, is equal to or greater than our strikeout number. Anytime that happens, that's a really good sign of a good offensive club. And so we've been winning the free base war, and in turn 9-3. Yes, that's right.
And I think you announced earlier today that Carson Bailey will start on Sunday.
Yeah,
this weekend.
He's going to start on Sunday. It's time to get him into the weekend and see how he can handle the weekend. And he's done really well with his 3 starts in the midweek, and we'll get him out there on Sunday and see how that goes.
Nice. Very good. All right, another question from Braxton talking about pitching again. How do you feel about Ethan Calder's performance on the mound so far?
Ethan's been fantastic. Every time out he's giving us 5, 6, 7 innings. I think he's given us 6 almost every time out. And it's just really competitive, good stuff, Not an overpowering arm, but a guy that can really pitch. 4 pitches, spin the ball, change up, equally as good versus rights or lefts, and ultra competitive. And if you were to watch this guy go about his business and just living his life and how he shows up at practice and how he works and who he is as a person, you just fall in love with that guy. Wow. And you go, that's an All-American type kid. Wow. And he's our Friday night guy, and we're really excited about him.
And what a great story for Ethan Calder. For people who don't remember that, he didn't come here. He pitched a little bit in high school, but really came here as a position player.
He did pitch in high school, and he was trying to make the club here as a walk-on outfielder, and did okay there.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. If I ever needed it, I could run him out there, and I know he'll be fine. But he really, as a freshman, could impact this club on the mound. And that's what he wanted to do, was impact the club. And so he got his opportunities, pitched out of the bullpen all of his first year. Second year, about half the year. And then last year, at the end of the year, we moved him into the rotation. He's been in there ever since.
Yeah. Back when you had 2 left-handers, like 2 total.
That's right. That's right.
That's kind of how he got to pitching.
Well, we didn't have any, and it was we don't have anybody left-handed. We're going to need somebody out of that bullpen that can do this,
right.
and I know that you could, and he did, and nice. He's just continued to grow, and he is a neat story, and he's a neat success story, and it's all his credit because he just works and does his business, and it's been he's one of our captains, and, fun to watch.
Wow, very cool. Great questions. Thank you all very much.
Yep.
We mentioned Loyola Marymount this weekend. Oh, we got some trivia to pass along. I know you know this. Folks, with Loyola Marymount coming to Waco this weekend, Baylor's I'm going to give you the trivia. I'm not going to ask it as a trivia question. Right, Max? Because I don't know how to ask it. But Baylor's last no-hitter was a combined no-hitter, came against Loyola Marymount.
Yeah, probably back, what years?
04, Max?
04. 04?
Yeah.
How about that? Max knew that 04. I think it was maybe even opening weekend or second weekend of the year.
Okay.
Corey Van Allen, I think, was part of that.
Yes.
As a freshman, and he and Zane Carlson, I think, no-hit him. 21 years ago. How about that? So I remember it. It was a 7-inning game, and it was the first game of a doubleheader, and I think we won them both by 1 run. So
nice.
That's the last time Loyola Marymount was here, I think. And I think that Baylor did play LMU in a regional tournament at UCLA. Yeah,
right.
Back in 19 or something.
Right.
Yep. So
that's it. Yep. Very good. So Baylor's there's some trivia. You can pass it on to other people. Your last no-hitter was against LMU in 2004, combined no-hitter. I wish we could get Corey Van Allen and Zane Carlson here to throw out the first pitch this weekend.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be fun.
That would have been a good thought.
That'd be really fun. So conference is a week away. Start of conference begins at Kansas for you guys. What have you seen? Have you seen anything, any trends of the other Big 12 schools so far?
Well, I think the league's really good. I think the league's deep. We're going to start off with KU and K-State. KU on the road, K-State here in the first 2 weeks. But the league's really competitive. KU's lost 1 game so far this year. K-State's had some big wins, played a really good schedule, had some big wins against some really good people. But you look around, Oklahoma State's deep, Arizona's deep, they're good. BYU's making steps, Utah's putting up numbers. Central Florida beat the University of Florida 13-3 last week or Tuesday night. So there's a lot of good things happening. Our conference is competing very well, even against any other conference, including the SEC. It's been really competitive, and I think it'll be a dogfight till the end, no question.
Very good. All right, to finish with you, I want to share some numbers that Max gave us. We keep talking about Max. It's Max Calderon. Stand up, Max. Athletic Communications does a terrific job. Thank you, Max. Brent Ingram is right alongside him. Brent heads up our athletic communications and is the sport administrator for baseball. So, Max, he sent me this so I would have it in front of me. Comparison of your team through 12 games this year to last year, or even compared to the last 2 years. So through 12 games, 2 years ago, they were 4-8, 229 team batting average. Sorry to bring this up. 7.65 ERA. Okay?
7.65.
7.65. Yeah. Last year, 4-8 through 12 games. Of course, all the injuries last year. 271 batting average was better. 5.69 ERA. Better. This year, off the charts. 9-3. 307 team batting average, and a 2.97 ERA. That's huge improvement.
Well, it's been a good start. There's no question. It's a good start. We've got good players. We're excited about them. We've got to keep them healthy. We've got to keep creating that home field advantage. I mean, I know everybody here remembers the days when we used to pack that thing out, that Baylor ballpark, and we need you there. We need the students there. We got to create an atmosphere, and if they'll show up, they're going to like the product that they see on the field. They'll like the way our guys are playing. They'll like the energy that they play with. And I think they'll have a good time watching us play.
Very cool. And another thing you said at the Heart of the Order yesterday was you're not there yet. You're just now scratching the surface.
I don't feel like we are. I think our hitters, you say, are hitting 307, and we're having moments where it's coming together. But I looked up at the scoreboard the other day during the game, and I saw our lineup, and it had Jack Little 308 and Enzo 313 or whatever it was, and a lot of 300 hitters in that lineup, and I was, wow, that's pretty good, and I knew that, but it was just kind of this epiphany. But I still don't think we're clicking yet. I don't think we're in midseason form yet. I think we're still trying to get there, and I think as we do get there, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Yeah.
Very cool. Great start. Thanks for being with us tonight. Good luck this weekend.
We'll see you all out
Thank you very much. Mitch Thompson, Baylor head baseball coach. Bears hosting LMU this weekend, 3 games at Baylor Ballpark.